Hi, my name is Amanda Harris, and for my Change Agent project, I decided to write a letter to Joyce Beatty, member of the U.S. House of Representatives representing Ohio. My letter regards the growing problem of opiate overdoses in the country, specifically Ohio, and what can be done about it. Of all the areas of social work, I am most drawn to working with substance abuse. This has always been a realm of interest for me, and I am passionate that our country has a lot of work to do in order to attempt to improve this growing issue. Ultimately, the United States has negatively stigmatized drug abuse to the extent that it is no longer a health problem, but instead a criminal problem. Our jails are intensely overpopulated in part due to these laws. Instead of working towards recovery and treatment, addicts are thrown into jail, separated from their families, and forced to endure intense withdrawal symptoms with little to no help or comfort. I firmly believe in the importance of viewing substance abuse as a health problem instead of criminalizing these people who are truly suffering from a mental disease. In 2016, over 64,000 people died of drug overdoses, which, for perspective, is more than all U.S. military casualties in the Vietnam and Iraq War combined. It is evident that the country has been engulfed in an epidemic. In my letter, I specifically regard the opioid epidemic in America. Currently, nearly 8 Ohioans are dying every day due to overdoses, with nearly 80% of these overdoses involving an opiate. Ohio is currently leading the nation in opiate overdoses. With the increase of opiate overdoses also comes the increase of the drug Narcan, a powerful antagonist drug that can actually reverse the effects of an opiate overdose. Narcan can be administered via injection or a nasal spray, making it relatively easy to use. Because it does not require medical personnel to be administered, Narcan is being found in much more common places than just hospitals. School nurses' offices, libraries, and at-home medicine cabinets are increasingly being equipped with Narcan in areas where heroin overdoses are prevalent. With Ohio leading the nation in opiate deaths, the accessibility of Narcan is becoming a more debated issue. Narcan is safe to use and presents no potential for abuse. However, some oppose its availability, implying that it provides a safety net to users. If they overdose, they can be revived with this antidote. However, this conclusion is lacking since it is based on the assumption that drug addicts take overdose into consideration when they use. Unfortunately, the power of addiction allows no room for users to take overdose in consideration. Their primary focus is the drug. Even if they were to consider Narcan as a safety net, they would then have to intentionally place themselves into a situation where it is available and ready for administration. I also detail in my letter that Narcan administration is very unpleasant to the user, further proving why this drug wouldn't be considered a safety valve. The drug sends the user straight into withdrawal, which is accompanied by feelings of pain, anxiety, confusion, and fear. Ultimately, there will always be a chance an opiate user will use again if saved from overdose. However, I believe it is unethical to deny someone something that will save their life just because of this chance. In my letter, I urge Joyce Beatty to consider my perspective on this and the lives Narcan could save. As incorporating this drug into more common places in Ohio becomes more and more of a debate, awareness of the drug itself and its amazing qualities becomes more important. I hope Joyce Beatty and the rest of our government will eventually start to shift its mindset on drugs so that it is recognized as a mental health problem. Narcan availability will help these people get the help they desperately need and give them a second chance at life. My action impacts this problem by continuing to increase awareness. Even if Narcan isn't as available as I hope it will be in the coming years, writing this letter will at least get the message out about this amazing antidote. This action also impacted me a lot personally. I was originally planning on raising money for a detox facility in the city. However, after being enrolled in a drug abuse class this semester and learning about the extent of the heroin epidemic, I found myself passionate about this issue and the potential Narcan holds for combating it. While it is certainly not the answer, it is a critical first step in the right direction. I started this year as a freshman in university exploration. I was very undecided about what I wanted to do. But after being enrolled in this class and getting a taste of what being a change agent is like, I feel more and more confident that this is the right place for me.